let's sing a major scale together on ah. So, taking a nice breath in, keeping those knees bent, one hand in front, one hand on the side, feel that expansion. Good. How did that feel? Take a nice breath in. Again. Good. Another one, you can also do that on an ah or a ya. Ya. I like the y sound of a ya because it helps to really engage the beginning of that phrase. Now the thing to keep in mind as we do these basic vocal warm-ups is, are you engaging your breath? How are you breathing? How did you breathe? Now obviously I'm focusing on playing and breathing and doing all of these things, but if you're just focusing on your breath, were those knees slightly bent? Did you feel the breath this way and this way? Or were you feeling it in your shoulders? Try it one more time and be really conscious of thinking and feeling your breath. Here we go. Breathe in, expand, and go. Very good. Now we're going to do a variation on this. So we're still staying in C major. So again, what we're doing now is a pattern in thirds. So we'll do this together on ah. Take a good breath in. Good. Now remember when you're singing that ah, I want you to think of releasing that jaw. Ah, remember that feeling of the yawn? Like we're breathing in on the feeling of a yawn. Ah, good. Do that with me. Ah, good. One more time. Ah, ah. Very good. Now what I'd like to do is introduce a nice octave leap exercise. So we talked about the C, we were playing the C major scale, or the major scale. So that's an octave. So before we were doing our basic scale, and then we had this pattern, right? Now what we're going to do is do a simple octave leap and come back down. So this is an octave. And then we're coming down in what's called an arpeggio. So those are all thirds, right? That's the C major chord. So we're going up an octave, then we're falling down. Try that with me. On ah. Ah. Good. Now I'm a little bit on the side here because I want to reach that keyboard, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to stay nice, straight up and down, keeping those knees bent. Take a good breath in. Good. Now try that on a ya. Ready? Ya. Good. Now think about your breath in that exercise. How are you breathing? Where is that breath going? Is it low in the body? Are you feeling that nice expansion? Are you feeling the expansion into the lower pelvic floor and keeping those knees slightly bent? Especially when we have long phrases. And we're going to be talking about phrasing, what that is and how that connects to our breath. But a long phrase, so a held note where we go up, especially when we go up to an octave and then we come back down again, is we want to keep a nice smooth connection between all of those notes. And a lot of that really does come from our breath. Is the breath spinning, right? I'm doing this to almost imitate a little electric motor, right? So that as we start to spin that motor, that's the breath spinning under us. Or another way to think about it is, if you point, it's a laser pointer, right? And that line keeps moving right towards the wall. Do that with me. So it doesn't matter that we're jumping up an octave and then coming all the way back down. The notes may be far apart, but the line is not. It's just a next door neighbor, and we keep that line spinning forward. We keep that breath spinning. Have that nice expansion as we breathe in. Do that with me one more time. The last exercise I want to do with you is staccato, how we engage our body and our breath when doing short pulsed exercises. So if you think about that panting that we were doing earlier, right? How it was engaging from our core. The same happens when we do this staccato exercise. So if you have an uncle, or you have think of Santa Claus, and you think of that belly laugh, ha, 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 ha. You feel how that's engaging in the core? Put one hand on your belly, or both hands, and feel that ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Sort of the belly laugh feeling. We're engaging it in the core, down and out. So if we put that together with some music, this is the exercise I want you to do. Ha, 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 ha. Ready? And ha, 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 ha. Good. So as we're doing that, the knees are bent. We're taking a good breath in, and we're feeling that belly bounce. Ha, 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 ha. It's not in the throat. It's not ha, ha, ha. There's no tightness here. It's ha, 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 ha. We're going to actually go up in increments. So listen. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Good. So follow along with me. Let's start together. 5, 6, ready, and ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. 2 more. Ha, 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 ha. Last one. Ha, 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 ha. Good. So you notice how we're really engaging the lower abdominal muscles. We're feeling that sense of pant and engaging the body. It's never coming from the throat. There's no tension in the chest. It's all that feeling of the belly bounce. We really want to engage that. So I hope this was helpful, taking you through an explanation of the major scales, understanding the chest and head voice, and a bit of a recap on that, taking you through a couple of exercises. And we're going to continue talking more about breath and phrasing in the next exercise. There'll be some more vocal warm-ups and things along the way. But take a think, if you will, this week on everything that we've covered so far. And I look forward to working with you in the next video.